Yo, what's up? What's up, chat? I'm here to do a quick late live. Had some things on my mind I wanted to speak about. And you know I go live. Swin Flame, so your daughter's nickname is Pookie. Well, we talking about a different type of Pookie. We talking about the different type of Pookie here, okay? You know, hold on. Let me adjust something real quick. People. Hold on a second. We talking about a different type of Pookie, man. We're talking about one of the Pookies in Ray Ray. That's what we're discussing. But shout out to everybody that's here. Let's see who's here. What's going on? Omega, Tony, Verla, Vern, Swin Flame. Shout out to Vern and Swin Flame for the super chats. Orlando, Darte, Young Manhood, Verla, Danae, not Danae, Deshane was good. Chesamane, Brittany B, Slime Doll. Yeah, I got a cousin named Pooh Bear, so you know. What's going on, Nicole B? I had a cousin. He was older than me. They used to call him Pooh Bear. Well, they still do. But, what's going on, Hot Rod? But yeah, we talking about For the Love of Pookie and Ray Ray. You know what I'm saying? I thought it'd be a very hilarious topic, you know, to speak on. You know what I'm saying? Just cause, you know, no, I just thought I'd have some fun with the topic. You know what I'm saying? Why not? You know, why not have fun with the topic? You know what I'm saying? Why not? You know? Salute to everybody that is here on this late live, May 1st. You know, I'm probably going to end up. What's crazy is that I'm not tired before I go live, but as soon as I go live, I start getting tired. So we'll see. I'll see how long I do this stream. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. Yeah, and you know some women love them a Pookie and Ray Ray. You know what I'm saying? Which is cool. You know what I'm saying? But those will be the same women when they're older. You know, they're mad at all men because of the men they chose. That's what's crazy. Yeah, that's what's crazy. Like you choose these type of guys, then you get mad that they aren't what you thought they were. What's going on, Ralph, Samuel, Dion? It takes a lot of energy. What's going on, LD? So I just thought I'd have fun with the topic. You know what I'm saying? Like just the love that is shared and appreciated by the Pookies and Ray Rays. You know what I'm saying? You know, y'all know what's crazy is that um, I got like a bunch of family um, that would be considered Pookies or Ray Rays. You know, but they all turned their life around. They really did. A lot of them. Some of them, you know, might still be in the streets here and there, but you know, going back and forth to jail, you know, you get fatigued by going back and forth to jail. Something like that, Brittany. It's you know, there's plenty of videos on it. I mean, both. I mean, they could be considered, you know, lame and thug. They could be considered both. You know what I'm saying? But they're considered, you know, bad boys, thugs, dope dealers, gangbangers, hustlers, whatever. Um, it's like it's the guy that women love to pretend like they hate. You know. And I have no issue with them. You know what I'm saying? I don't consider myself an educated lame. I kind of consider myself my own particular sphere. But, you know, I've seen these debates about it. And, you know, when you have certain encouragement on certain situations, you know, I may speak on it here and there, you know. Hopefully y'all went and saw the video I posted today. People wanted me to speak on that topic. Pookie and Ray Ray come in all forms. My Pookie graduated college and was a crazy and a bum. Is that a guy that you're dating, Slime Doll? Are you dating that guy? I mean, are you dating a guy who's a Pookie and Ray Ray? You know, these are questions that need to be answered. You know, did you turn a thug into, you know, a good guy? Like, you say you dated him, so you got rid of him. It was crazy and a bum. Oh, you dated for 2 months. Okay, so you're gonna go back, or you never going back, or that was just one. But people like them a little crazy. Women like a little crazy. They think it's they keeps things going. You know what I'm saying? Like they like the excitement of dating a guy who's a little edgy. You know what I'm saying? Oh, so Slime Dog, you said that you will go back to dating that guy? Mm. Husband was considered the Mexican version of Pookie, but he made a couple million in the street before his death. Really? So you was married to a street dude, Swan? That's interesting. I would tell you ladies something, man. You can date whoever you want to date, but you know, you never can guess these outcomes. You know. Wow, Slim Dog. Maybe you're right. Maybe you did get out just in time. You know, I did a video about a female who was dating a crazy, you know, thug type, and she didn't get out quick enough. You know, she didn't get quick enough. But again, I'm not gonna tell y'all who to date. Y'all can date who y'all want. But y'all gotta understand that, you know, things happen, man. Things happen. You know, you just have to be aware of it. That's what I would say. I would say, you know, be aware of it. You know, just understand the risks of every step, you know, that you're taking out. Yeah, the younger a woman is, the more she's gonna make mistakes and act like she can bounce back from them. There are a lot of women who are single now because they went through the cop carousel. They just started dating these guys, and then it got to the point to where they were so mentally screwed up because of all the men that they done been with, and they just don't trust men. They don't even like to have sex anymore. They've been totally ruined, you know. And these women probably ain't even, they're not even 40 yet. They're still in their 30s and they're already damaged beyond repair. Some of them in their 20s who are damaged beyond repair, you know? Yeah, like I said, I had cousins, man, they were going back and forth to jail. At a certain point, you get tired of it, or you would think they would get tired of it. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's using big words, slime dog. You just got to keep up. You know, I don't have dummies in my chat. You know, I got people of intelligence. You know, it takes intelligence to be able to listen to me. Um, I think that's what it is. Well, you know what? The guys who out here getting the most women are dudes who go back and forth to jail. You know, those are the guys who stay with women all over them. Is the dudes that are constantly in and out of jail. You know, boy, you didn't. Hey, don't call me a boy in my chat, man. I know you're not talking to me. I'm reading your comments. Calm it down, slime dog. Slime. Calm it down. Okay. You said y'all, so I'm responding to what you're saying about the people in the chat. It don't matter if you're talking about me or not. You know, just like if I read a random comment, it may not be to me, but I'm gonna read it. What's going on, Mr. Rel? I never wanted that for my life. I didn't either. That's why I chose a different path. I could have chose to run the streets. I chose not to. Um, you know, you got to make decisions that you know benefit you. But you know, you got people who don't run the streets and aren't delving deep into a certain lifestyle, uh, who still end up getting in trouble just because of their mentality. You know, if you have a dysfunctional mentality, you're gonna get in trouble. Yeah. Yeah, Brittany. I think there are people. There are females I've literally talked to. I wish I never talked to. Um, I just it was just a waste of time, waste of energy. The person was an energy drainer. You know what I'm saying? And you just regret talking to them. Brother, reality, what's going on, man? There are just people who are meant to just change you, you know, for the better. You know, you always gonna come across people that's gonna change you, you know, actually for the better. It may be a bad experience, but that bad experience will alter your life in ways that you cannot possibly imagine. You know. My family live in rival hoods in LA. I stay out of BS. Yeah, that's good. That's good you did, Vern. Yeah, what's going on, Simply J? Yeah, it's been a while since I've seen you. What's been going on, Simply? What's going on, y'all? I call you y'all. I'm gonna call you y'all. Y'all. Hmm. Yeah, you there's a lot you learn in life, man. It's you learn a lot. You learn from mistakes. You have to be extremely careful. You have to be extremely careful when you're out here, um, in the in these different environments, because you can't really trust people out here in the streets like that no more. You know what I'm saying? But people like that fast lifestyle. I will say this though, like, everybody has a past. Everybody has a past. I think that's one of the major things is that, um, because of the past that we have, we tend to learn from the for the better, and we're able to change our situations. You know what I'm saying? But you don't get too many chances. You may think you do, but you actually don't. You have to make the best of the opportunities that you are given. You know, people are living their lives through social media, and it's so sad, man. I see these people on social media all day long, man. They're literally living on YouTube. They're living on Instagram. They're living on Facebook. It's like they don't have a social life anymore. Social interactions don't mean anything. When you see people out and about, their faces buried in their phones. The social interactions, people are not social anymore. They're on social media all goddamn day. You know what I'm saying? That's where they're at. You see people in these live streams all day long, especially if it's like an 8 hour live stream. They'll be there for the whole stream. After a couple hours, that person starts up a new 8 hour live stream, and they'll be right back in there. What's going on, Abby, Abby? And that's because they don't have any social interactions. They probably are in a relationship that has no love in it. No sex is going on, so they get their non-sexual attention on social media. I be seeing these females, man. You got women who come to social media just so they can get compliments from dudes. I don't compliment women unless me and you talk on a personal basis and I like you and you attractive. I may throw compliments your way, but I don't just compliment anybody. I don't just compliment anybody. You have to be somebody that's in my circle of, like, females. Maybe I'll shoot you a compliment here or there. You know what I'm saying? Yes, there are people doing 8 hour live streams. There are females, especially, like, there's this female YouTuber. She does a lot of 8 hour Google Hangouts. She might do 2 or 3 a day. I mean, they just love it because they don't have a life. So I know they're not getting no, they're not getting no good relations. They're not going on dates. They go to work and come straight home and put a live stream up. You know what I'm saying? Slime, you say you're addicted to IG. Okay, what is your IG? Let me see if you on there. Let me find out you a IG model. What's your IG? Brittany, I'm talking about there are people literally on social media all day. They're in chat rooms and in comment sections all day. Because I got people that will tell me they can't be in my live streams because they at work. But you literally got people who will be at work all day on YouTube or on Instagram, you know? Okay, Slime Dog. Slime Dog. I mean, it is, but then it ain't, because then that person could ignore you, you know? Or just put you on blast. What's up, Time Bandit? I know nothing is wrong, Brittany. But I'm just saying, like, you can't just give any type of woman a compliment because, you know, a lot of those women could be full of shit. They just could be looking for non-sexual attention, and you don't want to be that guy. You know what I'm saying? Then you find out you can see your stats on there. What, your stats on Instagram? Let's see. Okay. Let me see. Okay, I think I see your page. Okay. Alrighty. You got a nice page, Slime Dog. You got a nice page indeed. And you make YouTube videos too? Oh shit, let me find out you in anime. Let me find out you into anime. Y'all know this is the Late Night Live. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Wayne? Shout out to Wayne. The OG Wayne. Okay, cool, Slime. Are you gonna keep the name? Do you like the name Slime Dog? You know? Let's see. Okay. We make videos too. All right. Well, let me go ahead and you know what I'm saying. Let me support the small YouTubers. I'm gonna go ahead and subscribe. I subscribe to some of y'all channels, especially on here. You know what I'm saying. But make sure you subscribe to mine. Wait, so you can only give out compliments if you feel like she wants sexual attention. This one. No. Brittany, you're missing the point. I'm not the type of person to give out compliments to women I don't talk to and interact with like that. Like, I'm not the type. The only time I'm gonna give you a random compliment is if I'm looking to speak to you, longer term, as far as just being cool to what this, that, and the third. But no, I don't give out compliments. I really don't, Brittany. I really don't. Not to random women. No, I don't. Like, if I'm out and about, I don't just compliment random women. I really don't, Brittany. I know you may find it hard to believe, but no, I don't compliment random women. I really don't. I'm not boosting up your self-esteem so you can go and be around other people and be like, this guy said I look good today. I got to know you first. What's wrong with that? That's just me, So no, I don't compliment random women. I really don't. Y'all have never even heard me compliment a female's looks on my channel. That's just not something I do. So I don't know why that's confusing. Yeah, I don't comment on people's pictures about their looks like that. I just, I'm gonna compliment the women I'm cool with. I ain't gonna compliment no random chick. Nah. And I don't know you like that. Come on, man. Exactly, Slime Dog, because they may take it the wrong way. Some of these chicks may take it the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? They might think you being thirsty. You know, some of these chicks are so dysfunctional. They'll see it as, you know, you just being a little too extra with them. That's how women could be, man. So I'm gonna compliment women I've talked to and I'm cool with, that I know ain't on no bullshit. Right, the Shane know what I'm talking about. I don't be complimenting chicks like that. Now, if I'm speaking to you outside of YouTube, that's a different story. You know what I'm saying? We communicate and we talking. That's different. But you know, yeah, you compliment a female, she might not even say nothing. She might not even say thank you. She might look at you like this thirsty ass nigga, and then go about her day. So no, I'm not. No, go get that other guy to boost your self esteem up. The guy who treats you like shit. Go have him boost your self esteem up. They do. They think if you comment on their pictures, they think that you want to date them, and that's just how bad it has gotten, man. These chicks have low self esteem. I've seen chicks get mean with dudes, man. Dudes just complimenting them. Chicks will be like ignoring them and shit. I'm like, man, I'm not putting myself in that situation. What's up, Nor Soldier? Nair Soldier. Like, if I was speaking to, let's say I was speaking to a particular female who's in the chat. Let's say we've talked before outside YouTube, and let's say she posts something on social media and she gets put up a nice selfie. I may compliment that. But that's because I've talked to her, I've gotten to know her, you know. But other times, what's going on, Taryn? You know, if a random female, I don't know. I'm not doing that. Yeah, I lived in Europe for 3 years, and the females are a bit Americanized, but they have different vibes. They are upfront as hell. You tell, look nice, and they really appreciate it. Okay, Ralph. Yeah, I mean, depending on where you're from, you know, in different countries, you know, women may be different. They may have Americanized traits, but you know, they still may be cool to talk to. You know what I'm saying? Or they do slime dog. I'm pretty sure they do it on your page. I'm pretty sure they do it on your page. You know? What's up, the man in black? Yeah, you got dudes that be doing that, man. They be, as soon as you say hi to them. I've seen literally see dudes in the comment section. As soon as a female like responds to their posts, these guys are writing paragraphs to these females, and these females are not even reading that shit, man. You know. I mean, you know, listen, Brittany. When I give out compliments, I'm not expecting anything in return. You know, either. Um, I'm not expecting her to want to, you know, to give me some or to be my girlfriend or to whatever. If I give compliments, it's because I just think you're a cool person. I like the way you look. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, social media. I'm not complimenting. You know, too many chicks will be so thirsty to show everybody, tell everybody that you're trying to talk to them. You know what I'm saying? If I do go into a girl's DMs, like, and I've never seen or talked to her before, it's gonna be on some joking shit. Like I'm a like basically copy and paste like one message in like five different females DMs just to see if I get a response. It may be on something like that. But for the most part, if I go in DMs, I'm going directly in the DMs to, you know, get work done. You know, I'm looking to have a, you know, if I'm in the DMs, I'm in the DMs. I'm, you know, I'm closing the deal. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. So, you know, I go in the DMs to close deals, basically, and that's what I do. So if I'm going to your DMs and I'm seriously like, you know, into you, you would know it. You know, I spoke about that, I believe, yesterday. I spoke about women with the fake bodies. You know what I'm saying? With the fake assets and shit. Maybe in the video I posted yesterday with the fake assets and the fake tits. They look good in a tight skirt and heels, but I'm telling y'all, man, you know, when you have to be around these low self esteem plastic, you know, plastic inflated females, you're not gonna want to be around them unless you're, you know, dicking them down, basically. If you're not doing that, you don't want to have no conversation with them. You don't want to go in public with them. You just want to hit it and quit it. The says I'll drop my link in the DL. You know, that's what I'm doing, man. I'm in there to get something, you know, get something done. Y'all saw that Sonic trailer. It was awful because it wasn't the actor. It was the Sonic character itself. It looked like a Muppet. It looked like a cartoon Muppet. You know, I don't know what was going on with that. Like, it looked like the Pikachu movie. It looked like a carbon copy of the Pikachu movie, man. I did not need to receive compliments. It's nice to get them. It's sagging when the leggings come off. Yeah, but when they got the leggings on, I mean, it looks nice on them. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Let's see. Yeah, but like I said, if I like somebody, you know what I'm saying, I'm a compliment them, especially if I've spoken to them and they cool people. You know what I'm saying? Yo, Jay, are you gonna check out that Brian Banks movie? Yeah, if they do a Brian Banks movie, I'll definitely check it out. Yeah, it'll be a very because you get to see the story from his eyes on screen, which will be very interesting. You know, I'd definitely be interested to see that. You know, ready for Godzilla? Yeah, the honestly though, I like the '98 Godzilla movie. I remember I went and saw that. I remember because I remember that when I went to go see it, because I went to stay with my aunt in Maryland that year, and as soon as we touched down in the city, it was nighttime, but we went straight to the movies. We went to go see Godzilla, man. But I mean, I like at that time, like the effects, '98. You know, it was cool to me. Or really slime. That's how it went because they took him off support very quickly. You know why? I don't know if it cost money to keep him in the hospital. But it seemed to me like they were just ready to pull the plug and move on. You know, where's the money at? Run that money. That's what it seemed like to me. Yeah, that '98 Godzilla movie was a classic. I don't care what nobody say. No other movie's been able to do what that movie did. Like you were terrified of that of Godzilla in that film, man. They made Godzilla seem like the boogeyman. You know, and movies these days don't do that. You know, just look at the new Predator film they did last year. You know. Well, that's good for you, Leonard. Good for you. You found peace. Doing whatever you're gonna do. Settling. That's cool. That's cool. But I got a lot of young people that watch me, so they're still on social media heavy. I'm on social media, so they're gonna be doing things like that. I get DMs from people every day. Every day I'm getting a new DM from like 2 or 3 people. Sending me videos and posts and things of that nature. Got a few females that hit me up in the DM. Hey, that's what it is. That's just how it is. You know what I'm saying? That's how it is. You know. Let's see. They were ready to hurry up and kill John Cena. Yeah, they got him off life support immediately. I don't. What's going on, Bella? Amore, Natalie, what's good? Yeah, that movie was good all around, man. I like that movie because you see it for the first time in the movies. Like that what made the experience even better. That's back when they in the '90s when they actually made good movies and good TV shows. Do y'all realize that they made a bulk of a lot of classic movies in the '90s? A lot of classic movies and TV shows. Yeah, man, because dude hadn't been on life support that long. Vern. Dude was only on life support, what, a couple days? Because he had just had the stroke. And people said it was a minor stroke, but then you hear reports that, it had gotten bad. All right, Swim Flame. Appreciate you supporting, coming through. A lot of quality movies was made in the '90s, man. I don't care what nobody say. A lot of quality production. A lot of look at The Lion King was made in the '90s. The Jungle Book, which is one of my favorite films, was made in the '90s. Like, it's a lot of classic material made in the '90s, man. Yeah, like even with all the special effects they have in Hollywood, you still cannot make some of those movies that were made. Independence Day was made in the '90s. Like they have all this technology and they have all these they have all these ways of making those types of films today, and they didn't even come close to those films. But well, Bella, at least you up watching me, so it's a win-win. You know. I may go watch Aladdin. You know what I'm saying? I like those type of films. Those films like that, like films that sort of like takes place in those particular time periods. Yeah, Taryn, you never heard the Jungle Book? '93? You never saw that film? Sheesh. Yeah, a lot of Stephen King films. Shout out to Time Bandit Super Chat. Appreciate it. Yeah, the first Matrix film was in '99. Yeah, they don't have any creative minds in Hollywood anymore. All the creative directors and writers don't make films anymore. Yep, Mulan. Mortal Kombat. The first Mortal Kombat, which I saw a video clip of it on YouTube, that it still holds up to this day. Because they had the video clip on of Sonya Blade's fight with the Sonya Blade fight with the Australian guy. I think his name Kano. And the quality of that video clip And that movie was made in 95, people. 95. Yeah, there was a lot of storytelling in movies. It's not there anymore. Y'all remember Home Alone and Space Jam, Deshane? Yeah, Jungle Book. That was a classic movie, man. The guy who made the Mummy movies in the '90s, early 2000s, he made that movie, man. This classic material, man. Jurassic Park, yeah. A Toy Story. First one was made in the '90s. Said it would. That Strike by Hollywood Writers killed movies. Yeah, man, those writers been having a lot of they've been having a lot of back and forth, man. It's crazy, man. Titanic. I think they messed up on the Sonic character, and the music choice was not the most appealing. I think they should have went more towards like the video game aspect of it with that, but they didn't. But I just think the trailer could have been better. I really do. Yeah, a lot of John Singleton movies was produced in the '90s, man. Hmm. Must be this over doing too much with that blue crayon. Y'all saw blue crayon crushed up. People are weirdos, man. They're gonna run. They're trying to run. They're trying to get as much clout off his name as possible. Yeah. Fight Club was produced in '99, classic film. I watched that movie so many times, man. Because the type of messaging that movie has, man, is unbelievable. A lot, the storytelling and the acting. Major Pain. Blade, yeah, Blade, my favorite movie. That's probably like my favorite film. Because it was my first time really seeing a black action hero like that, or anti-hero. You know, Anaconda, right? Now that was a scary fucking movie, because you're dealing with a snake in water, and you're in the middle of that water. What's more creepy than that? You know what I'm saying? Shout out to The Good Nurse. I never got around to seeing The Lion King. Now they're remaking it. Well, you can always watch it before the film comes out. You know, Spawn. Is that meant Jerry Maguire? Yeah, yeah. Terminator. Yeah, Terminator 2 was a classic film as well. The acting in that film. Um, I think Linda Hamilton was a very good female to be. She had the look, man. She had the look, the attitude. Then you had Arnold Schwarzenegger, who went from being basically the villain in the first one. The second one, he was like the hero. I think all the Scream movies was in the '90s. Yeah. Well, they still show Anaconda on cable, like HBO and Cinemax. I think they still show Anaconda. They had J Lo, and you had Ice Cube, you know. Then you had John Voight, the creepy looking guy, you know. Baps. I remember Baps. Yeah, but Static Shock was in the 2000s. Something about Mary. Yeah, I've seen that movie for Friday. Taryn, you say you went to Comic Con in Sarah. That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, New Jack City. House Party. Jeepers Creepers. Nah, that was, I think that was 2001, I think. Because the second one came out in 2003. Above the Rim. I still think that Airplane and Scary Movie are the best spoof films. Yeah, Scary Movie had it like the first two Scary Movies, like those were parodies to a T, man. it Yeah, Michael Bay, the '90s. He definitely was the director of the '90s, man, with the movies he made. He made a lot of the best action movie sequences. You know what I'm saying? They knew how to make action movies. They don't know how to make action movies anymore. Do y'all understand? They don't know how to make action movies anymore. I remember I used to see car chases. You barely see car chases anymore. The only time you really see a car chase is in Fast and Furious. They're the only ones who seem to get it right. People don't even know how to do car chase scenes anymore. You know what I'm saying? Brittany said Jim's Creek, where did he get those eyes? Yeah, the Selena movie came in. It was in the 90s. There's another corner. Final Destination. Yeah, like they actually knew how to make action movies in the 90s. They don't know how to make action movies anymore. They just make a lot of like tearing up stuff, tearing up buildings, tearing up cars, but they don't know how to make action sequences anymore, man. Yeah, Michael Bay, he used to be able to make those action sequences, but now he, like you say, he just likes to blow stuff up. Great camera work, producer. Yeah, they do. And editing as well. Editing too. Um, well, the guy who directed the Mad Max films, he directed all those films, so he knew what he wanted to do, so he was able to make those action sequences work. But that was due to the fact that that was a part of a trilogy of films that he has done. You know what I'm saying? Not directly in the same universe, but it was like a reboot, so to speak. So he knew how to make those scenes because he had directed all those movies. So he knew how to do that. He had a simple, not simple. He had his mind made up on how he was going to direct and edit it. Some of these directors nowadays, they don't know how to direct action sequences. They really don't. Few Good Men. I saw a little bit of that yesterday. A Few Good Men last night. Wild Wild West. Goodfellas. Yeah. Another classic of the '90s. Ghostbusters. And Ghostbusters was '80s. I actually saw that first Mad Max movie a couple months ago. It's weird to see the progression because Mel Gibson at the time was a bit of an unknown when that first film. I think that first film was like in the late '70s. That first Mad Max film was in like the late '70s. That's crazy. You're right. He had a formula. Yep. Boomerang. Yep. Man, why don't you get your angry and upset ass out my chat, sir? If we don't know what I'm talking about, why are you here? Why are you here? Why are you here? Y'all messing up the flow. Why? Cause you're mad? No, this is anti incel zone right here. Okay. You know, we not gonna be talking about women 24/7. There's probably a live stream open right now where they're just going in on women. You go there, you can go there, buddy. Why people come to my chat room talking shit like you really must not know me at all? Okay. Yeah, Low Down Dirty Shame. I've seen that movie a ton of times. Yeah, it is a classic, man. Low Down. That's a movie you could watch. That has a lot of replay value. Not, it has a lot of replay value. You know what I'm saying? Because they knew how to do action sequences. Even in that film, they did action sequences better than what I have seen recently in some of these movies. They just don't know how to make good action sequences. And from what it seems, these directors are afraid. It's almost like either they don't know what they're doing or they're just afraid. Yeah, I know Mel. He's from Australia, and the guy who directed the Mad Max movies is from Australia. Australia has produced some talented actors, you know, and actresses. I think they underrated. Y'all remember The Fifth Element? I used to watch that a lot because I liked the in space element of it, and it was a unique movie. Like the female, like she just was very unique looking to me. I don't know what it was. Maybe it's her eyes, but it was very unique looking to me. You know, of course, Chris Rock had to be the effeminate womanizer, or no, not womanizer. He was like the flamboyant playboy, very If you look at not Chris Rock, Chris Tucker's character in that film, and you look at what's going on today with these rappers like your Young Thug and some of the other guys, can y'all speak on progression and how that film was ahead of its time? Yeah, I heard that they were turned, but she never really got the credit from it. But as far as the films, they made it. They wrote it as if it was their own. Yeah, the chick from Fifth Element was very cute. She had that orange hair and those eyes. You know. Yeah, Speed was also another like a '90s classic. Just the first one. Not really talking about the second one, but definitely the first one. Yeah, Mila Djokovic. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, that character in that film could drop an album right now and people would buy it. They would emulate how he dressed. I'm telling you. So make sure y'all like the stream. Yeah, Malcolm X. Yeah, can't forget that. There's been so many of them. Nutty Professor. There's been like so many classics. Like, and it's crazy. Casper. Yeah, I remember Casper. Let's see. Yeah, man. Jumanji, right? Jumanji. Mm-hmm. Color Purple. Was the Color Purple? Did the Color Purple come out in the 90s? I thought it was out in like the late 80s. Charlotte Lewis. Senseless. And the 6 man was good. What's going on, Lorenz? Movie on the wraps about the mummy and kids. I don't know. I don't know the Shane. See. I don't know if I remember that. But Roses waiting to exhale. Yeah. That's a cult classic to a lot of women, that movie. Yeah. Higher learning. All right. What's going on, Simply? Simply, you came right in when I was about to close it down, man. Yeah, I think Color Purple was released in the 80s. But I think they may have re-released it in the 90s, though. I think they might have re-released it. Yeah, I remember that. I remember Baps. Well, my chat's always cool, Slime, because I like cool people in my chat. You know what I'm saying? That get along, that can have fun. That's why I do these late night lives, because usually this is like my most chilled, grouping. Even on my regular streams, I have chill people, but people come in, they say crazy things, but that's just how it goes when you live streaming. You know what I'm saying? But Slime, I did subscribe to your channel. I don't know who else is making videos, but I subscribe to a couple people. I subscribe to Deshane's channel. And maybe a few others, because I like to, go and support people that support me. I even go and comment. Yeah, Soulful. I may even comment on some of the posts when I can. Inkwell. Was that the 90s? Yeah, I remember Baby's Kids. Yeah, we got trolls, but my mods usually shut it down. So. Well, that's cool, Taryn. It's cool that you got a life, Taryn. You know what I'm saying? I know Taryn be doing her thing out there. Ain't nothing wrong with that, Shout out to Taryn. Taryn, I make sure I subscribe to you. Oh, yeah. Sarah Lena. Okay. I think I know who that is. Yeah, I know Taryn. I think you follow me on Instagram, so I know you on there. I mean, YouTube has it hands down. I mean, you got people literally on YouTube all day long. They're falling asleep on YouTube. Like, YouTube is like it's their reality. It's like the movie Surrogates. I'm telling you right now, social media is going to become just like the movie Surrogates. And that movie was released in 2010, 2000, was that movie was released? And you see it now more than ever that people are literally living all day long on social media. you know? Okay, Taryn says she gonna sneak in my DMs. Okay, Taryn. Like when I remember I seen a video of somebody fell the fuck asleep on YouTube. I was done. I was like, they literally out here falling asleep, fam. I can't. They don't want to leave. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? They say they don't want it to leave. I'm telling you, if the Wi-Fi went out, imagine how their day would be. They gonna be at the public library going live, not going live, but be sitting up in the chat rooms there, or they'll go where they get some Wi-Fi, maybe the McDonald's or the Starbucks, But damn, I mean, you got people literally they be there on there all night. I'm like, don't y'all got kids? Y'all ain't got to get them up ready for school. Y'all ain't got breakfast to cook. You know what I'm saying? I know y'all gotta get ready for work. It's crazy out here, man. Now I know y'all on here late with me, but some of y'all, well, most of y'all probably in the bed about to fall asleep. But people, man, they gonna be active in this. It's gonna be 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. Y'all just getting up. Y'all, you on your phones and you see these motherfuckers been going strong for y'all. You see that they going strong. You like, what the fuck, man? What is this? What did y'all do? Did you brush your teeth this morning? Like, what did you do, man? Shout out to Fresh Prince. Sup, Jay? Appreciate that. I remember the AOL chat door. I was a little young then, but I remember, my nephew's friend busted his lip when his phone fell out of his hand, hitting him in the mouth while surfing the web. Damn. Well, if you got a big old phone, yeah, that's gonna hurt, Wayne. That's definitely gonna hurt. Yeah, I've seen that movie, Leonard. I've seen that movie a couple times. Well, Verla, maybe you should do it. Find something you're really, really passionate about and do it, They'd be posting in church, legs wide open. Party room. Some of y'all don't know about it. Listen, man, I may have been young, but I remember those AOL chats, those you got mail. As soon as you sign in, you see black voices. I used to sign in on computers like my mother would, this was 99, 2000. And I would use a computer and I seen that she was already, she had a black voices account or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And you see like the chat, not the chat, but you'll see a bunch of names of people that you can chat with on there. Black Planet as well. I remember, how many of y'all have been on Black Planet? This was probably 2000, 2001. And it said, you go to blackplanet.com and it says the world is yours. How many of y'all used to see that shit, man? Yeah, it's that AOL dial-up, man. That dial-up internet. It take about 20 minutes for you to connect, man. Yeah, Outer Limits was a very good show, man. Yeah, that would let you know that you just got on the internet door. As soon as you hear you got mail, that means you connected. You've been trying to get it connected for about 30 minutes, and as soon as you got mail, you're like, whoo, I'm on the internet finally. You know what I'm saying? There wasn't no speed. Like, you couldn't just be automatically on it all day like we are. Like, you had to literally put your phone lines into your computer and you had to sign in and sort of just wait for it and just wait for it and wait for it and hope that it connect. That's how it used to be, man. I'm telling you, these young kids, man, they spoiled, man. You know, because man, I remember like when I was younger, man, we had to put the phone lines because you can't do both. So if you want to use the phone, you got to take the cord out, which means the internet will be disconnected, and you have to plug it in there, and do it all over again. You know what I'm saying? you know. And I remember they used to like send CDs from different like internet companies. You know. Yeah, those are the days, huh? What's going on, Lena? Somebody messaged you on Black Planet today, Verla? Okay. I see some people are going back. What's her name? Solange, when she put out her new album, she promoted Black Planet. And what happened is a lot of people went and reopened their Black Planet accounts. Or you had people who started new accounts. Okay? And that was right around the time she released it. Now I don't know if those people are still on Black Planet. Black Planet's still been going strong, and it's been it's been what? It's probably one of the longest running social media sites out there. But I think it got a huge spike in people going back when Solange was promoting her album. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but times have changed. You know what I'm saying? It definitely has. Okay, y'all. Some sideways, brother Jay Barnes. I know it's early tomorrow. Okay. What's going on, Law Originals? So you just saying, hey, what's going on? Yeah, man, I remember them days, man. Where you had the discs, and then you had the if you wanted cable, man, you had to get the bunny ears, man. You had to get the bunny ear antennas, man. Who remember them days, man? You know, so a white company owns it now. It wouldn't surprise me. I mean, you look at how much different it looks. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like they're trying to compete visually with other websites. And when you see that, when you go away from what has worked, it lets me know that other people are running it. You know, used to have to plug the cord up in your TV different ways to get it to working. Who remember that struggle, man? You know, like every other room got cable except yours, so you had to figure out a creative way to get cable in your room. You know, this was back in the '90s, man. '90s, close to early 2000s, man. Because I could because my TV at the time, man, I could probably get about 60 channels, man. You know, maybe everybody else had like a cable. I know the living room had a cable box. My mother had a cable box in her room, so I can only get like the basic stuff. You know what I'm saying? You talking about me, Black Rabbit? No, that's a picture from a website called Pixels.com. That's where I get a lot of my pictures from. Pixels.com. As a matter of fact, you can go to the website Pixels.com, and you can get that picture if you want it. When MySpace happened, man, it was at a time when nobody was really, there was really no social media site like that out there. There was dating sites, but there wasn't anything social. And once MySpace hit around 2006, 2007, that changed the game. Because people were able to connect with people in other states. You were able to put up pictures of yourself. You know what I'm saying? You were able to message people. Like, that changed the game, man. That changed the game. Yeah, man, you had to hit the TV with a couple times, man. You had to go and get like a universal remote and program it for your TV, man. But that was also good. That was, but those. The crazy thing is though, you didn't have a lot of things like, but you still, you wasn't sad, you wasn't depressed. You know what I'm saying? You had happy times, happy memories, and a lot of people, no matter how much they have today, they're miserable. You know, like remember how you had to sit through commercials, man. I used to work as a girl 6. Oh yeah, Shades of Pink. Yeah, you had to watch the TV Guide channel, man. Who remembers the TV Guide channel, man? I used to always have it on TV Guide, just based off of me just seeing what coming on my channel. I got, okay. Let me wait to see what coming on channel 6. So you have to sit there and literally wait until it goes loops back around to channel 6, so you see what's coming on at a certain hour. You know what I'm saying? Who remember the TV Guide channel, man? You know? Who remember the TV Guide channel, man? Yeah, man, I had all that. I had a VCR on top of my TV. I had all that, man. VCR, antennas. Yeah, man, I wasn't worried about no social. I was much happier just going outside playing and running around just doing whatever. You know what I'm saying? TV Guide channel will show all these different previews of movies and shit. That I actually like that shit. I actually like the TV Guide channel. Autumn says she TV Guide was a go-to. Yeah, it was a go-to, man. Yeah, they always playing on infomercials. Yep. Yeah, the VCRs back in the day were big, man. You look at the DVD players they've been selling now, them things were small. The VCRs back in the day used to be big, man. Yeah, things were simpler, man. People like being around each other, man. People love being around each other. Now people don't like being around each other anymore. You hated being in the house. Your face wasn't in a cell phone, even though people did have pagers back in the day. They had the mobile phones. Not a lot of people had them, but a lot of people had their mobile, cellular. I can't even say the word. Cellular phones, not the cell phones, the cellular phones. Okay. What's going on, Delisha? Plastic on the furniture. Still have VCR and hella tapes. Man, I lost a bunch of my tapes years ago, man. I had a collection of them, man. Problem is that we have too much access. We have everything at our fingertips in seconds. We're no longer patient when it comes in. Yeah, and I think that actually helped, Delisha. When you're patient, it helps. When you have everything that you can get within seconds, man, that, there's no payoff. There's no. Oh, you did, huh, Verly? You blew his phone up. Simply J said I refuse to give them up. My parents are like, we didn't have color TV in my days. Now we do sound like our parents, don't we, Brittany B? Because if you grew up in the 90s like I did, and you see how much differently things are now, you're going to reminisce a bit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the cellular phones was big. They had the flip. Then they had like the other big phones. You know, they were always black. They're always black phones. Just look at the movie I Got the Hookup. And, it was like 98, 99. You know, those type of phones they had, man. Right, Brittany B. I'm saying we didn't have smart TVs growing up. We sure didn't. We had big color TVs, but we didn't have the small, not small, but the thin, flat screen, smart TVs that y'all get to enjoy these days. 25-cent soda machines. Yeah, 25 cent. You want a bottle, it was about 50 cent or 75 cent. You know what I'm saying? You can literally go to the store with $1 and leave with about 3 or 4 things. You know. Depending on what you got. You know what I'm saying? You could get more out of money then than you do now. Yeah, man. It's you just the simple things like going to the skating ring or going to the bowling alley. You know what I'm saying? That was cool to do. You know. If I had to get an iPhone 4 when they came up. Yup, payphones. Used to have payphone and like damn near every like at least at different corners of your neighborhood they had payphones. Record music off the radio. I remember mama was ready to start a fight with me if I taped the football game over soaps. Right. No, I used to record on like tapes, man. Like I would take tapes, man, and something already had been recorded over it, and I end up recording something over it, man. Cause it'll be like after like 10 minutes, for like 15 minutes you're watching something, then it just bam, something else is on, man. You know? Oh man. I don't know. Nobody was using the payphones, but I think certain stores have payphones. Like I think Walmart may still have payphones. I think Walmart still have payphones. I think the thing that we miss nowadays is we miss anticipation. There's no anticipation anymore. You know what I'm saying? We used to anticipate things. You don't anticipate things anymore. You know? I remember those time life, old school gospel, R&B CD infomercials you can call it by. When I was a kid, they used to show that preacher that used to say, "Who the hell left the ghetto?" Y'all remember those commercials, Delisha? I remember those commercials. I remember those. Man, they used to. I don't. Do they still do infomercials like that? I know they got some channels that's just for infomercials, but yeah, man. Like after about 12 o'clock, they start showing the infomercials, man. You'll be watching the movie, then once that TV show or movie go off, then the infomercial pops up, and they'll go for like 6 hours straight infomercials. We anticipate the bills. Yeah, we do anticipate the bills. Yeah, we definitely anticipate that. Set up your voicemail. Talking with Drew Hill playing in the background. Yeah, man, you got music or whatever going in the background. You setting up voicemail. It'd be hilarious. I remember when TV went off at midnight. We used to be more appreciative. I was happy to get a bike for Christmas. My niece and nephews want the latest cell phones. Yeah, we were more appreciative because we didn't have access to those things, you know. And it wasn't easy and accessible. You know, a lot of the computers were very expensive back in the days. TVs were very expensive. Like if you wanted a big screen TV, that shit was expensive. You had to go rent it. You know, but nowadays, you know, that stuff has gotten cheaper and cheaper. So it's, you know, more people can get it, you know? Yeah, Saturday morning cartoons was the best thing, you know, to start your weekend off. You knew you were starting your weekend off when you saw those Saturday morning cartoons. But they stopped showing them. Like they used to show them on ABC and Fox. What used to be UPN, now it's the CW. And they just stopped showing them. What's going on, Mike G? Appreciate it. Yeah, the Good Burger movie. Yeah, I remember that's like what 97, 98. I think it was like 97. Welcome, welcome to Good Burger, home of the Good Burger. Can I take your order? Woodpecker. I remember the Recess and the Weekenders. You know, who remember Recess and the Weekenders? You know, because it used to be PBS would show cartoons. HBO used to show a lot of like black cartoons like Little Bill. How many of y'all remember Little Bill? I think it was on HBO. That's when HBO was on basic cable. That's how far back I'm going. But I remember when HBO was on basic cable, Little Bill would come on. And of course, they took HBO off for basic. But that was Bill Cosby's cartoon. You know, But who remembers Recess? That was probably one of my favorite cartoons. You had Recess, you had the Weekenders. Um, yeah, man. Yeah, Clifford. Little Bill was Nick. Are you sure about that? I mean, eventually it went to Nickelodeon, but I think I remember it being on HBO at one time. But I think I know they were on Nickelodeon, but you know, I think for a time they were on HBO, but I think they eventually went to Nickelodeon. But yo, Artem, I can remember, I would say, especially things from when I was a kid that I liked, my interests. I remember a lot of those. You know what's crazy? My first time ever hearing about SpongeBob was when I was in fifth grade, sixth grade. Might have been in '99. I think is when I first heard about. Was it '99 or 2000? When I first heard about SpongeBob, might have been '99. You can't knit later on. Yeah. But there was another cartoon. How many of y'all remember the cartoon when the elephant was a king and he had his own kingdom? It was a guy. It was an elephant who basically was, he was basically an elephant man. It was a cartoon, and he had a kingdom. He was a king. How many of y'all remember that cartoon? I believe that was coming on HBO as well. I think that was coming on HBO. How many of y'all remember that one? Yeah, yeah. What is it? Behar? Is that the name of it? Sounds familiar. Babar. Yeah, Babar. Yeah. I used to watch that every morning. I watched that cartoon. Shout out to the good nurse. I used to wait for those Tybo infomercial. Me too, man. Those Tybo commercials was cool, man. I used to like watching those infomercials, man. Yeah, Bad Bar the Elephant. Yeah. I walked in my son's room one night and recess was on. I wanted to sit on the floor and watch it so bad. Well, why you could have still watched it? Simply Jay, you could have still watched it. You know, y'all could have watched it together, you know? Yeah, Billy Blanks is that dude, man. He's that dude, man. Yeah, my favorite character on Recess is Vince LaSalle. Shout out to Mike G. I appreciate that, Mike G. So now all that shit come on Hulu. I don't think I've seen too many. Now maybe they have some. I haven't seen some of the other ones, but I've seen some cartoons on there. I haven't really looked that extensively on it. I may check it out. Cartoons aren't the same anymore. The 90s and early 2000s had the best cartoons, period. I miss what. Yeah, Johnny Bravo. I think Johnny Bravo may have had too much adult humor for people, but I actually like watching that one. That was cool. Yeah, Courage. Watched that a lot as well. Cartoon Network. Toonami. I remember I was a big fan of the Toonami when they would do like the Toonami hours on Cartoon Network. And they would show a lot of their best stuff. To me, some of their best comics. Gadget. Let's see. I remember I used to watch Sonic the Hedgehog when I was younger. Yeah, Tom and Jerry. Xenowar Press. Yeah, that's a classic show. Shades of Pink. You know, they're re-airing the show on they actually re-airing the show. I think they're airing it on the El Rey network. Shades of Pink. I think they're re-airing on the El Rey network. The Xenowar Word Princess show. What's going on, One True Gem? Lamb Chop. I remember that show too. Flintstones, Jetsons, Scooby Doo. Yep, that was the lineup on Cartoon Network. Yeah, old school Dragon Ball Z from 2000, which I think is the best Dragon Ball Z. I think the 2000s Dragon Ball Z was probably the best. I think 99, 2000, that was the best Dragon Ball Z. We naming some of everything, true. Just favorite shows from like the 90s, early 2000s, you know. It would be nice if they did that, Brittany. They should. I think people still watch them. They did that. Yeah, yeah. True ATL and I see you. Where she broke Cagney and Lacey. Eudora. X-Men. Yup. I'm gonna tell y'all something. One of my favorite cartoons, of course, of the '90s was the Batman animated series, but it was also Spider-Man. I think Spider-Man is one of the most well put together cartoons ever. I mean, the voiceover, the villains, each episode, the way it started, the way it ended. I think that Spider-Man, the animated series, that was probably one of the most well-produced, cartoon animated series ever made. The guy who did the voiceover did a really good job. As a matter of fact, the guy that voiced over Peter Parker in that particular animated show, he was on the the Eddie Griffith show with the Malcolm and Eddie show. He was a part of that show. People may not know that, but yeah, that was a show I would watch every day too. The Spider-Man show. Yeah, the action was nonstop. Just when you thought that Spider-Man was gonna be chilling, nope. There goes a villain. Yeah, I've watched Cowboy Bebop. That's a cool cartoon. I like it. I mean, not cartoon, but anime show series. I remember Gargoyles. Yeah, Gargoyles was a cool show. I like the intro for Gargoyles. Deshane, I like the intro. The intro was cool. Hey, now you know what, True Gem? I could go back. I can go back from early '90s, mid. You know what I'm saying? Up in '90s. I mean, there's a lot I've seen. You know what I'm saying? True Gem, you must be an older woman. You know what I'm saying? All right, Mike G. Appreciate you coming through, man. Hercules, the animated series. Okay. Oh yeah, I can't forget the famous Jet Jackson. Yeah, R.I.P. to Lee Thompson. You know, the guy was an incredible actor. He did a really good job with that show. They actually, I believe, they filmed the show in North Carolina. I mean, the show was placed in North Carolina, but I think they might have filmed there too. I'm not sure. But I remember Knight Rider too, as well, of course. But yeah, the famous Jet Jackson was a very good show for Disney, man. The way they did it, the way they produced it, even the theme song. Like, I still remember the theme song to this day, and that was about what, 16 years ago. You know, it was about 16 years ago when that show was on. I used to love that show, man. Actually, Lee Thompson is from Columbia, South Carolina. So, yeah, man. Yeah. You play Spider-Man on PS1. Okay. He-Man. Okay. You know, seriously, always had black people seen in camera shots. Others didn't. Okay. Ghostbusters cartoon. Jobs. True Gem. I'm 30. I just turned 30. Yeah. Theme songs are good and the bad, ugly. Thundercats, Thundercats. Yeah, I remember that one. Of course, I've watched all of them, man. I watched a lot of these. See, that's the thing. Like in the '90s, like they would show these cartoons like every day on 2 or 3 different channels, so you had an opportunity to see them a lot. You know what I'm saying? So True Gem, I'm guessing that you're a little older. You know, you got a little seasoned. You're a little seasoned. You know what I'm saying? You're a little seasoned. You know. Okay, Bruce. Okay. All right. Remember Doug? Oh, you 31, True Gem. Okay. Yeah, Doug, I remember that too. 31 in June. Okay, so you're 30 now. Okay. All righty. So you're 31, 32, True Gem. Which one is it? We need to know. I haven't seen a new Fresh Prince of Bel-Air trailer, man. I haven't seen it yet. I'm hoping that they do right by the show. I'm not sure if they're going to. I'm just saying. Well, Shades of Pink, I've only said it once. Only said it once. you know. But shout out to everybody that came through here tonight. I appreciate that, man. This was a cool stream, man. Even though the title doesn't say it, but nonetheless, it was still a cool stream to be able to talk to y'all and be able to converse on a myriad of things, man. Salute to everybody that's here, man. Just being able to relax and really just chill and speak on things. That's what I like to do, Yeah. But I see a lot of us have a lot of the same interests and what we like to listen to or watch. I remember Ghost Rider. Absolutely. What's up, D-Champ? All right. So shout out to everybody that's here. I appreciate everybody for coming through. I really thank you. Shout out to all the super chatters and the people that support. Make sure you follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Shout out to Delicia Smith. Says, thanks for posting great content. I appreciate that, Delicia. Thank you. I appreciate the support. So leave what's going on. Right, shout out to Delicia and the rest of the super chatters tonight, man. Y'all really have made this stream, a very good one indeed, So let's see. All right, people. I'm out. Y'all have a good night. Early morning. I'll see y'all on the next live show. Hopefully it'll be tomorrow. It'll probably be a little earlier. But hopefully y'all have a very good rest of your week. If I don't see you in the stream anymore after that. What's going on, Siobhan? And yeah, y'all have a good night, all right? See you.